you put everything you've got into the land. It's about heritage, hard work, and the promise of a good harvest. We understand that commitment. Our precision aerial application saves you valuable time, giving you more hours back to spend with the ones who matter most. We help you maximize yields and protect your crops, season after season. Advanced technology, efficient coverage, and a dedication to your success. Bradley Air Spray. Precision mapping and professional application. Trust the experts to protect your yield.
Hi, I'm Barry McKeegan at Denham Chrysler Jeep. You might remember me from such commercials as No Bull Sale or Spin to Win. Well, I'm back, and so is the brand new 2026 Jeep Cherokee with an incredible driving range of over 800 kilometers on a single tank. And you don't have to plug it in. The all-new Cherokee offers more room, outstanding safety features, including standard active driving assist and unsurpassed in-class towing. See and drive the all-new 2026 Jeep Cherokee today. We'd love to see you, and here at Denham Chrysler, we're ready to help you now and for every mile down the road.
Local people. Local news and events. Local sports. Local matters. For all things Lloydminster and area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Welcome to Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric. Celebrate Julymas with Harris Electric. Save on permanent and decorative lighting for your home, cabin, acreage, or business. Book your summer installation by July 31st. Use promo code KURT and get an extra 5% off. And enjoy holiday displays, game day colors, and special occasions year-round. Call Harris Electric today. Well, we're grateful to have members of the Lloydminster Sexual Assault Center here with us today to tell us about the Little Bear Child and Youth Advocacy Center and their lunch fundraiser and sneak a peek event, which is coming up next Tuesday. The Lloyd Fair begins on Wednesday and kicks off with the parade, and the parade route is pretty much the same as previous years with one exception. Due to construction, the parade will travel south on 52nd Avenue instead of 51st Avenue, and that means traveling west one more block on 51st Street, and that's where we will be set up to bring you the parade broadcast. Join myself and Stacey Comer for the parade at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, presented by Lloydminster and District Co-op. We'll be in the Brass and Threads parking lot, so we want to thank Brass and Threads for providing us a location. We also want to thank Lakeland College, the City of Lloydminster, and the Gold Horse Casino for helping bring the parade your way. And we couldn't do it without the help of Forges Media and Vidair Images as well. The fair begins after the parade, and once again this year there's plenty of excitement, and so far the weather looks okay for the fair. Maybe Thursday a little bit on the chilly side, but there'll be new rides again this year, great entertainment including Toque on Saturday night, followed by the fireworks. There's also a trade show, Mural Fest, the Creates It Room, and Jackie Tomeyer reminded us that for some local organizations such as the Lloydminster Lions Hook and Anchor game, the fair is also a fundraiser.
It's a great fundraiser for them.
It is.
So we partner with those local organizations. Again, it's their main fundraiser for their budgets for their year. Some of them, right? Grace United Church, St. Anthony's, the food booth with the pies and the ice cream and the hamburgers and the Lions. That fills a lot of need for financially for them for the year.
And don't forget, you can save on your entry tickets and your Ride All Day bracelets until 6 p.m. tonight by picking them up at the Lloyd X office. The City of Lloydminster will be hosting a free pancake breakfast Thursday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Just to kick off that day of the fair by letting the mayor and city council and the employees serve you breakfast. And they'll also have the Synovus Block Party trailer on site. And they'll be talking to residents about what they see. And there's also a survey that you can take as well. So lots to do on Thursday morning. And Live with Kurt Price will be broadcasting from that pancake breakfast. It's time now for the Lloydminster Look Back. The Lloydminster Look Back is brought to you by Exhaust Masters in Lloydminster. Exhaust Masters is your for exhaust and undercarriage performance upgrades and repair. They're your go-to for oil-filled and industrial exhaust needs. And today we go back 25 years and look back at the fair in 2001.
Well, everyone here seems like they're full of energy and like to have fun, and it's a very nice town and very outgoing people.
The Border City's annual summer event, Colonial Days, ended with a bang. There was something for everyone: rides, food, agricultural shows, and an entertainment package including a hypnotist, ventriloquist, high-diving act, and grandstand. Those who took part agree they had a great time.
Well, we went on the bumper cars. I don't know if it's a competition, but she says she beat me.
I beat him. This morning we came and watched the demolition derbies, and then we got our armband and we went for a bunch of rides. My favorite ride was the 101 knots. And my favorite ride was the orbiter.
Attendance at this year's Colonial Days increased by over 30%. Officials attribute this to various reasons.
We had a tremendous year. We had record-breaking crowds all 4 nights. The weather cooperated. We had a great, strong entertainment package. We had a great egg-based package. Lots of midway rides, good food, lots of fun for everyone.
But the exposition was good for nonprofit groups, too.
All monies go back into the community, and in particular, it goes towards the Lloydminster Children's Music Festival. We call it Kiwanis Music Festival. We're one of the main sponsors there and have been for the past 5 years.
And picking garbage for a youth group to raise money.
And there's no rest for the weary. Colonial Days coordinators are already planning next year's exposition, and they hope it'll be an even bigger success. Jennifer Palma, NewsHour.
Live with Kurt Price is proud to partner with Sobeys in Lloydminster and Umbrella Marketing and Design to bring you cupcakes for caregivers. We're heading out again this week to deliver more cupcakes, so keep those nominations coming. It's a great way of getting those selfless caregivers recognized and treating them to a delicious snack, and a fantastic way to just say thank you to those important caregivers. To nominate a caregiver or a group of caregivers, just email livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. BioClean Disaster Services is committed, certified, reliable, and will help you get your life back. Call BioClean Disaster Services when any kind of fire or flood or any kind of disaster hits your home. And certainly with the amount of rain we've had, that's a definite possibility these days. 1-833-246-8326. BioClean Disaster Services is your local restoration company. You see them sponsor a lot of different events and organizations, and their name is on the swimming pool. And in just 10 years, BioClean Disaster Services has become Lloydminster's largest restoration company, taking care of your property and your belongings, but more so, taking care of you and taking care of the community. 1-833-246-8326. Take a break and be right back to tell you more about the Sexual Assault Center's Little Bear Center.
Home, it's where people look out for each other. It's where we live, where we work, and it's where we choose to raise our families. For over 75 years, Harris Electric has been more than just a contractor. We've been your neighbors, so when you need us, we look out for you. We show up fast and do the job right. We're in the stands, we're in the schools, we power this community. Because here in Lloydminster, it's our home too.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
A good night's sleep starts with the right mattress, and you'll find a great selection at Border City Furniture. From plush to firm and everything in between, we carry quality mattresses to fit your comfort level and budget. Looking at a new bedroom set? Pair it with a new mattress. Updating your guest room? Start with a new mattress. Just tired of waking up sore? It might be time for a new mattress. And while you're here, browse our selection of sectionals, sofa sets, dining furniture, and recliners. For better sleep and quality Canadian-made furniture, visit Border City Furniture, your locally owned furniture store in downtown Lloydminster.
Superior Water specializes in nothing but water, and with over 23 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and their service is superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, give Superior Water a call, 780-875-6636, or stop and see them at their 57th Avenue location, right beside Sheepskin Loft, and stay hydrated with pure, clean water. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste, and after all, it is superior water. I want to welcome you back to Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric, and we have a couple of guests in the studio that we're grateful to see today. We have Lucia Mitchell here joining us today, and Donna Reed is here, and they're here with us from the Sexual Assault Center, and they are going to be having the grand opening of their Little Bear Child and Youth Center. I want to call it a space more than a center, a space. Grand opening next Tuesday, and they're also having a sneak peeks, which is your invitation to come down and find out more about this space. But I'm excited to have you ladies here. I'm very welcoming to. I'm excited that you reached out and said you have this, because I was of the opinion that Little Bear was something we already had in the community. So I'm excited to find out more about how it is growing. But first off, I wanted to ask a little bit about Sexual Assault Center, the programs that are offered. We mentioned BioClean Disaster Services. It's been a long time since I was down to the Sexual Assault Center, but it's a building built in 1927. I do remember that, and it's absolutely beautiful when you walk in. And you've kind of expanded, but let's begin with what the Sexual Assault Center, what services do you guys offer?
Yeah, thank you so much for having us today. With Lloydminster Sexual Assault Center, we have been operating in the community for 43 years, providing support to survivors of sexual assault, whether that's the survivor or the families as well. So we do provide those supports. So we do have our sexual assault counseling, where clients can come in and access that ongoing counseling. And then we also have our North Riken Enhanced Services. So we have quite a bit of different programming that falls under North Riken Enhanced Services. So with that, we do provide programming along the lines of anger resolution. We provide self-esteem. We have 2 practitioners at the center that can do EMDR as well. And EFT, different healing modalities that people can kind of, try to see what works best for them. We have art therapy, as well as some of the programs for children and youth that we have under our prevention division include our body science program. So it's a great 6-session program where kiddos get to learn about their bodies. They get to be little scientists, and so they get to learn about their bodies, okay and not okay touches, boundaries, feelings, things like that. Such a great program for any child to take. And then we also have our sexual behavior program. So that is for children around the ages of 7 to 11 who may have some intrusive behaviors with others, where, we work closely with the child and their families to be able to combat some of those behaviors. And then we have our youth connections program. So that program we have a lot of different referral streams. So it might be referrals from RCMP, could be from families, schools, also mental health probations that do those referrals. And that is for youth between the ages of 12 and 17 who maybe could be charged due to intrusive behaviors. So we, again, do work very closely with the individual and the families to try and, instill some new thought process and behaviors with those children. So those are some of our prevention pieces for children and youth. And then we also have our Little Bear Child and Advocacy Center, like you mentioned earlier. And I'll maybe let Donna mention a little bit about that one.
Sure. I just wanted to ask, when we say Lloydminster Sexual Assault Center, it's more than just Lloydminster, though, isn't it?
It is. We actually have a 100-kilometer radius that we do support. So we have outreach within our community in Wainwright. So we have 2 counselors that go to Wainwright on a weekly basis to support clients out there. In Lloydminster, all of our counselors do provide outreach services at the schools. And then we also have other outlining communities that we support, like Lashburn, Marshall, Kidscotty, Vermilion, areas like that. So
that's a pretty big area to service. I also feel like it's easy to forget about the Sexual Assault Center because it's kind of taboo. Nobody really wants to talk about these things that are happening. And it's not like you guys are out there every day in the center and everything. And I think you're probably busier than we think you are.
Yeah.
Would I be right in saying that?
Yeah, right now I would say we have approximately a wait list of 4 months, but we do also provide crisis supports. And then that's dependent on assessment and triage, right? So if someone is coming in where it's a crisis situation, we're most definitely going to assess and triage that and try and get those supports immediately for them. We also do have our sexual assault response team, and that's part of the Lloydminster Sexual Assault Center, as well as RCMP Victim Services in the hospital. So if an individual does go to the hospital, we would go to support that during the day. And then if it's in the evening hours, then the Victim Services will go and support those as well. So
how many staff?
I think right now we have 14 staff members and hoping to have a few more coming on board.
It does seem like 14 for this area would be a little lower. And I was also, you mentioned the RCMP and going to the hospital. I was also going to ask what different organizations you guys worked with.
Yeah. So those are the ones that, like, with our sexual assault response team, but we do partner with majority of organizations in the community, lots of referrals back and forth if we need to maybe refer out for specialized supports, and then vice versa, other organizations will do those referrals back to us as well.
Very much an organization that is there when you need them. Like, it's just, you maybe don't have it in your mind every day, you're not out there every day, but it's there when you need it.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine there's no days off.
It's all the time, but we do, obviously we operate Monday to Friday, but it is all the time.
There's always got to be somebody like right there if somebody needs you, right?
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Little Bear, because like I mentioned off the top, I have seen the books, I've seen the paintings. I feel like Little Bear is not new. So what are we talking about here when we're going to have our grand opening of Little Bear?
So as you said earlier, Little Bear is with Lloydminster Sexual Assault in their building. So, and we are co-located in a program of Lloydminster Sexual Assault Services, but being 100 years old almost, and the basement needed a lot of restoration. So that's where it started. And Little Bear has been operating for the last 5 years in different, we have offices in the center, and then we have our interview room for RCMP to do their forensic interviews on one floor. We have remote testimony on floor, but we had our offices on different floors. Now with Little Bear's den being completed and the restorations in the basement, this has been a 3-year project. With BioClean, Jody and Brendan really, really taking care of us there and doing phenomenal work. We have Little Bear's Den moving to one floor. So we'll have the interview spaces, the monitoring spaces that RCMP need, family space, advocates will have their space down there. There's a boardroom. So it just looks totally different, probably from the last time you were there.
It must, because the last time I was there, it looked like a musky dark basement.
Yeah.
And there was I remember hearing there's plans to use this space. And I remember thinking to myself, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I honestly, I felt like, I don't know about that.
And it's happened. Little Bear was a dream of long before I even started there. The folks that worked there and the CEO at the time, they just had this dream of a place where kids, children and youth who had been impacted by any form of child abuse could go and tell their story in a safe place. And now it's realized. And the sneak a peek is for everyone to come and see the new space, see the building. We also have that day, SwiftNet is going to be doing hamburgers and water for us, selling them for $5, and all those proceeds are coming back to the center as well. That's from 11:30 till 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
11:30 till 1. So and community members can come on out. There will be coloring for the kids, tours of the whole center, information for folks if they want to know more about what we do or any of our specific programs. They'll be able to come out and do that. And then for the coloring for the kids, some kids might have gone home with this from school, but they're also available on our social media and at the center. And it is a coloring contest that is due August 1st. And kiddos get to choose the winner of the coloring contest will get to choose either a bike or a scooter. So, and that's for kids up to grade 5, including grade 5. So they can come on if they want to color that day at the center, or if they want to print it off and color it home and bring it to the center and drop it off, that would be great. And then for the kids up to 18, for grade 6 to 12, up to 18, there is a logo design for Little Bear. So we're looking to design our grand opening merchandise. So we would like to have a contest for grades 6 to 12 to design the merchandise logos.
So this isn't a grand opening. It's a sneak a peek.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's done. The den is done.
There is some minor things that still need to happen. So we're still fully operational as a child and youth advocacy center. Because we do have interview spaces and remote testimony, but there's some minor things that need to be completed. But families are able to use the space now. It is where the families can be with their advocates, and the kiddos can, when they're done their interviews, they get to visit the toy room and pick up something special. All of that is in place. The families are utilizing the space and finding it quite comfortable, but there's just a few minor things left. Michelle Lake is still doing some painting for us, so there's a few things. Yeah.
Is it a separate entrance?
It is not. So they would
So you
still
come
be the
still
same.
through the front?
Yeah.
Tell me more about Little Bear and the program. How it began, what it's about.
Little Bear is, I'm just going to share, Little Bear is one of 9 child advocacy centers in Alberta. So what we do is we bring together and coordinate a full multidisciplinary team so that the family has one point of contact instead of having to go through different places. We can only take referrals from RCMP or Justice Partners, CFS as well. So our MDT consists of RCMP, Lloydminster Sexual Assault Services, ourselves, and CFS. So we meet quarterly right now, and we talk about how we're moving Little Bear forward. As part of the Little Bear programming, what happens when a child or youth has made a disclosure that something has happened to them or they need that interview, an officer will reach out to Little Bear. We will coordinate setting up a date and time for a forensic interviewer to be available. Currently, that is a challenge for us. We do not have an interviewer on site. That is something that we would like to have on site, but we have wonderful RCMP partners right now where we coordinate that date. Families will come in. They will have an advocate with them the entire time. While kiddo is doing their interview, the advocate stays with the caregivers. So anything they might need at that time. After the interview, if they don't need to come back for anything, they can go to the toy room, which is always a hit for them. Yeah. It does a little brain switch for them. So they're not leaving thinking about the hard stuff. They're leaving thinking that, we're on a healing path. Caregivers will get a follow-up call within a week just to check on things, how are things going, referrals for services. Caregivers are offered a caregiver support program, so they can start that right away, just navigating their own experiences. If their child has experienced a trauma, what is the caregiver going through as well? So they get that program through our advocates. Little Bear does court support as well. So we have remote testimony, so we can apply for kiddos to testify from our center versus going to the courthouse. Unfortunately, kiddos do have to go to court when something happens and charges move forward. They do have to go to court. So we'll provide that support and be there the day of. If they can't use remote testimony, we will travel to where court is and be there. Kiddos get referrals for healing services to LSAS. And soon we will be piloting a new program for kiddos to have a little bit of services through Little Bear while waiting for their counselor at LSAS. So they'll get a psychoeducation program about their own feelings and what they're navigating right now. So alongside their caregivers, they'll be getting similar information. So that's kind of a roundabout everything that Little Bear does. Yeah.
So you mentioned you're looking for a
child forensic interviewer.
So is that like, is it there's just nobody qualified, and so you're kind of looking for one, or is it like this? You need funding for it.
I know funding's a stretch everywhere. So child forensic interviewers typically are RCMP members, and they are specially trained. And we have wonderful partners here that are trained that come into our center and take this on for us. So it's beautiful. We would like to have that in center a couple of days a week so that these officers don't have to shuffle their day to come in, but they are amazing at what they do, and they are specially trained. It's just the funding to have one, which, and who takes care of that. We've been working with the mayor in our city, which is fantastic. We've met with some Alberta ministries, so we're working on it. It just is taking some time.
But Little Bear started in when?
Little Bear's first interview was in October of 2019. And now, I think we've just grown ever since then. It used to be an advocate, and that was it. So, and then when I came on as the director of Little Bear, it was just me. And now we do have a team of advocates. We get to lean on LSAS quite a bit for support there. I would say like last year, in a fiscal year, we had over 80 files, and that doesn't include the files that go to Edmonton. So some folks are sent to Edmonton to the Zebra Center to have interviews. And again, Zebra Center is fantastic, but we would really like to keep those families in their own community versus having to travel, or at least give them the choice.
We're going to take a short break here, and we'll be right back on Live with Kurt Price. We have a few more questions about the programs at the Lloydminster Sexual Assault Center, the funding, and I wanted to ask a few more questions about the sneak a peek as well. We'll do that when we come back here on Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric.
Summer is here, and that means campouts, cookouts, backyard barbecues, and bacon breakfast. And when it comes to feeding your family, Diamond 7 Meats is right there with you. Diamond 7 Meats proudly provides locally sourced meats with no additives or fillers, just great tasting steaks, juicy burgers, tender pork chops, and some of the best smokies you'll ever roast over the fire. Plus, delicious beef jerky for those summer road trips. We're family owned and operated. Diamond 7 Meats, serving local families with quality products and the protein you need to fuel those busy summer days.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years. It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Thinking about moving but waiting for your home to sell? You may not have to. At Wellings, your next chapter doesn't need to wait for a sold sign. Move into Wellings of Lloydminster this summer and save up to $6,000 while your home sale is underway. You'll have the comfort of knowing your new home is ready when you are. Why put life on hold? Wellings, the right move right now. Visit wellingsoflloydminster.com for the details. I want to welcome you back to Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric. We have Lucia Mitchell joining us, and Donna Reed is joining us as well from the Sexual Assault Center. And we're talking about the Little Bear Child and Youth Support Space. I'm going to call it space. And also their sneak a peek, which isn't a grand opening. It's just a chance to come in and see what's happening. And I cannot wait to see this because I got a tour of the sexual assault center like 2-3 years ago. And so this space transforming is just like, I look at it as a miracle, to be honest, from what I saw then. And I think it was Jody Herbis that took us through there. And he was showing us that this had leaks and this, well, it's 1927. Next year, guys, that building be 100 years old. Yeah. Next year. It's pretty amazing. Is Little Bear unique to Lloydminster? Like, is that the whole encompassing what Little Bear does unique to our city?
Little Bear is unique to the city of Lloydminster and is a valuable service in the city of Lloydminster because it offers children the opportunity to go to the center where there's tons of comforting bears, blankets, fidgets, murals, advocates, and support staff, and the family gets fully supported, and it's not a police detachment. Detachments are wonderful. I can't speak highly enough about our Lloydminster RCMP and our detachments, but it doesn't feel as safe for a kiddo to go there as it does to a center like ours. So it is a unique service, and then including that it's all wrapped up into one, so they can come to one place, start to finish. We're there from the start to finish of the journey. So
Lloydminster RCMP officers, I saw this on your page. When they start here, they'll come meet you guys and take a tour of the building, get to know it.
Quite a few of them, yeah. They do. From my understanding, and I don't want to speak out of turn, so from my understanding, they do organizational profiles. So we get to have them come in and do,
awesome.
Yeah, we get to have them come in and do tours and learn about our center, and they do that with other places as well.
Do you guys face challenges because it's 2 provinces?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, like being in a border city, most definitely a lot of our funding does come from Alberta, but we do have some funding from Saskatchewan as well. Other than that, I think like some of the legal pieces when it comes to sexual assault is different in each province as well. So those are things that we have to keep in mind when we are working with clients as well. So.
And then you do a lot of fundraising yourself, such as this sneak a peek that's coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said it was Tuesday, but let's talk about proper dates. We want to make sure everybody knows when it is.
It is Tuesday, July 14th, from starting at 11 to 7. And again, the barbecue is running from 11:30 to 1. And SwiftNet is doing hamburgers and water for $5, with those proceeds coming back to the center. However, the full day, 11 to 7, is open for tours of the center and really seeing Little Bear's new space and what it's going to look like and all of those pieces. So, and there will be coloring for the kids. There'll be prize draws throughout the day. Things like that will be happening all day long.
Do you just show up if you want a tour and meet the staff?
Absolutely. Just show up. The staff and the board will be present. So you just come on down, show up anytime, 11 to 7. If you want a burger and a water, come on down between 11:30 and 1.
And of course, I know where it is, and we've been talking about this old building, but tell us where you're located.
So we are located at 5011 49th Avenue. We are situated right beside, it used to be the fire hall downtown. Now it is a tire shop.
Yeah, it's Station 51.
Something. Station Auto and Lube or
something.
And we're the brick building right next door to it on the same side of the street. So yeah, come on down and enjoy a burger and water and come and see our center, meet our staff and our board members.
Take the opportunity to do, if you're a kiddo and you want to bring your kiddos down, to do the coloring page, or from grades 6 to 12 to do the merchandise design. There'll be a spot there if they want to do that there. Otherwise, you can drop them off by August 1st at the center.
So where can you find out more information about the event, about the barbecue, about the meeting, the sneak a peek actual event? Where can you find more information about that?
If you wanted to go onto our website, it's lloydminstersexualassault.com. And if you click on the Little Bear Den tab, there will be a little blurb about the sneak a peek. And then there's also a little link that will take you directly to a PDF of each of the coloring pages, so they can print those at home. On the pages, it does say different ways that they can submit their coloring pages or their artwork as well. So that'll give enough information on there, kind of what the day will entail as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where do you get more information about your services and support?
All of our services would also be on our webpage. And then we also do have a Facebook page that has some of the information about the sneak peek, as well as information about our center and different events and things that are going on at our center. So,
and folks are free to give our center a call.
Yes.
And ask for ask for what services we provide, or and they can come in and take a tour as well. Even if it's not on Sneak a Peek, they can come in and ask the questions they want to ask or take a tour of the building.
How important is it for you guys as members of the Sexual Assault Center that people come down and meet you and find out what you guys are all about?
I think it's very important. I think that having this service in the community when folks are impacted by sexual violence, to be able to come and meet the team, so that you know what you're walking, the safe building that you're walking into. You can know that you're going to be taken care of when you get there. So just meeting us ahead of time, even, not impacted by sexual violence. We don't want that to happen to anyone, but if it does, and you know where we're located and you've seen us and you've met our staff and board and you've seen our building, it might be a little bit more comfortable to come in.
I also think too, just knowing what's in our own community, right? What kind of services are out there. I think each and every one of us probably knows somebody who has been impacted with sexual violence. So, even if you come by and you see the center and, maybe it's that messaging or that sharing of information to a loved one or a friend that, can provide that support to them as well. So come on down and see our wonderful, beautiful, comforting space. And yeah.
Yeah, if you've never been in before, I remember years ago when you guys were renovating the building and you had some issues. I remember a lot of people just said, why don't you just move? And then when you go down and you see the building and you see the work that's been done, then you understand, why would I leave this? Why would I leave what has been accomplished here already? And the other thing that I was a little bit surprised of, and you can ask this when you go down, is how much technology is in that building. Like how much you guys, how much technology has really changed what you guys do as well.
Yeah.
It's so non-intrusive for particularly, I would say, for kids, right? They don't even know it's there, basically.
Yeah.
Right?
For kiddos, I can speak that for Little Bear when they come in. We've had kiddos ask if they can come back after their interview, just because the space is so warm and safe and comforting, and because the advocates and the counselors that are there do such a great job of working with the kiddos. So I can speak on that it's really a special, you have to see the building to understand.
Very welcoming.
Yeah,
it
you just have to see it to understand the feeling that you get from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Am I forgetting anything, ladies?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think that's everything.
Yeah. If I could just add, I really want you to go down. I think you should.
Yeah. I think maybe even to just end off, like how I had shared, like knowing someone that, each one of us probably knows someone. I think just from a 2020 prevalence study, just to kind of put some statistics within this, right, is at that point in time, the statistics were 2 in 3 women and 1 in 3 men had been impacted within their lifetime with from sexual violence. And then for children, just under 1 in 2 girls are impacted and 1 in 4 boys are impacted. So it does show that prevalence that is happening in our communities. So just thought to end off with something like that might be really good as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
We are sort of back with you tomorrow. As I mentioned off the top, we have the parade broadcast coming your way, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. We're looking forward to that. And then on Thursday morning, we are going to be broadcasting from Lloydminster City Hall. And I'm not sure what time. What time is that, Faye? We do 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock that morning? How early you want to get up? 9 o'clock. We'll be there at 9 o'clock. How about that? Be coming your way from the Pancake Breakfast, and hope to see you there on Live with Kurt Price, presented by Harris Electric.